This is a global issue because 47 billion animals are dying a year. If this increases, most of our everyday diets will be exhausted. Why I've chose this topic is because I love animals. I love them so much that as soon as I heard about animal welfare and slaughterhouses, I've turned vegetarian. I think animals are really cool. If you're wondering what slaughterhouse is, it is basically just a factory that kills animals and sells their meat for cheaper prices than free range. When I was around 4 or 5, I thought meat came by magic and there was no suffering by animals. But now I know, and you should know too. The animals are being transported hundreds of miles in horrible conditions. Many animals are injured or die because of the lack of food and water. It sounds a lot like what Hitler did in the Second World War, when he sent people to death or work camps. They too had to travel hundreds of miles without any food or water. These pictures I've found from just one website called Kosher Extreme Cruelty. Another rather disgusting thing is if you're not vegetarian, vegan, or pescatarian, this is what you're eating. You're also giving money to this. See that turkey hanging on its feet? Well, that turkey is about to be punched while it moves along a conveyor belt, and then it will be drenched in electrified water. That's just one of the terrible slaughterhouse killing methods. In the slaughterhouse, pigs are killed by first being inspected, they're stunned, then their blood is drained, then they are beheaded, that means taking off all the animal's hair, they're scaled, rinsed, cut open, and sent for final inspection, and then they are delivered. The cows are sent in slaughterhouses where they have to wait in the waiting lounge a day before slaughter. Then they're tased, then put in a machine, split and taken of any valuable parts, then their head, tail, and legs are removed, and then they are rinsed and delivered. This pie chart represents the amount of people who are vegetarian in the current moment. As you can see, only 3% aged 8 to 18 are vegetarian, and only 10% of adults consider themselves vegetarian, and 87% of people are not vegetarian. But if you do not want to become vegetarian or vegan, you can help by not eating McDonald's or KFC. If they close down, 1/5 of all slaughterhouses will be forced to shut down. So then you'll see less of these buildings, and you'll see less of this. Sadly, there are estimated 5,700 of those buildings and 47 billion animals being killed annually, with 500 million in Canada and 9 billion in the US. By the 1990s, 90% of all pigs were killed in slaughterhouses in the UK. In my research, I found out that not all meat from slaughterhouses are actually safe. In one of the videos I watched, a lamb came in a wheelbarrow and did not move. Only when it was tased, it moved a little bit, meaning it was very sick or close to death. The slaughterhouse in Hong Kong, or this one on the picture, is 58,600 square meters. That's a lot of space, but most of the slaughterhouses are that big. The main animals that are being killed in these slaughterhouses are pigs, cattle, sheep, goats, turkeys, chickens, and ducks. But these are not the only animals that are being killed in most slaughterhouses. There are also illegal slaughterhouses. There's a shark slaughterhouse in China. They are making a lot of money on basking shark oil. It's about 10 to 20 tons a year. That and shark finning adds up to an estimated 100 million sharks down a year. It is not only slaughterhouses that are a big problem, it's also part of animal welfare. The organization I contacted mainly does animal welfare. If you want to know, I contacted SPCA. They are mainly doing dogs, but they also fight against animal welfare. This picture on the slide proves I said so. Now I will talk about animal rights. I thought only animal rights were intruded when I realized that human rights have been intruded as well. Here are some quotes from slaughterhouse workers. The line moves so fast, there's not enough time to sharpen your knife. The knife gets dull and you have to cut harder, and that's when you cut yourself. Also, once the company got fined for safety violations, the manager told us, "Be careful, we will have to pay more fines. Not be careful, because you might get hurt." There are not only human stories, there are also quotes how bad animals suffer as well. The worst thing, worse than the physical danger, is the emotional toll. Pigs down on the kill floor would come up to me and nuzzle me like a puppy. 2 minutes later, I had to kill them, beat them to death with a pipe. I can't care. So obviously slaughterhouses are quite brutal. And these are my sources. If slaughterhouses had glass walls, why vegan? PTA rivals extreme cruelty at kosher slaughterhouses. Slaughterhouse, inside the slaughterhouse, modern meat. Thank you for cooperating, and thank you for listening to my GIC project. I hope that we can stop these slaughterhouses, also realize how bad they really are. Thank you.